Charlie felt disappointed because he had to travel to London for a business trip. The next day at his office, his friend and colleague, Bear, asked for help with his malfunctioning computer. Charlie, being a genius at his job, agreed to take a look. While checking the computer, a source Charlie only knew as Incaline, likely not their real name, sent him hidden government files. Reading them shocked Charlie. The files detailed a planned drone attack on his own company. Just then, Charlie's wife Sarah called. Distracted and overwhelmed, Charlie couldn't talk much. The documents revealed his deputy director, who was also his boss, was behind the attack. Charlie went home and tried calling Sarah back, but she didn't answer. The next day at the office, his boss took him to see the CIA director. She delivered devastating news. Sarah had been killed in an attack. Charlie was completely shattered. News of the attack played on TV nearby. Returning home, Charlie couldn't believe Sarah was gone forever. Yet he refused to give up. He was determined to make those responsible for the terror attack that killed Sarah pay, no matter the cost. He found video evidence of the attack, identifying 4 perpetrators involved. Charlie gathered their information and went to his office. He met with his boss and the CIA supervisor, presenting everything he knew about the 4. However, they seemed uninterested. Charlie, whose IQ was a genius level 170 compared to the average 85 to 155, observed their behavior closely. He realized they didn't want to pursue this case. When he questioned them, they stated their goal was bigger. They wanted to dismantle the entire organization, not just the 4 individuals. His boss suggested Charlie see a therapist for grief counseling. Charlie did visit a psychologist, explaining how shattered he was by Sarah's death and his desire for justice against those responsible. Charlie decided to take matters into his own hands. After returning to the office, he secretly accessed and downloaded incriminating documents against his boss and the CIA supervisor related to the drone attack mentioned in Inculine's files. He printed them. The next day, he blackmailed his boss and supervisor. If these papers got out, they'd lose their jobs. He demanded they train him to fight. He wanted to kill the 4 people responsible for Sarah's death himself. Charlie warned them that if anything happened to him, the copies of the files would automatically be released to the media. Realizing they were in trouble, his boss and supervisor had no choice. They sent Charlie to a trainer. The trainer taught Charlie to handle firearms, though Charlie was very weak at shooting. However, Charlie was highly skilled at building bombs. The trainer arranged fake passports under a new identity, so Charlie could leave the country and travel to where the 4 targets lived. Meanwhile, Charlie's boss and supervisor were shown searching his office cabin and his house, trying to find the CD containing the evidence against them. They found nothing. Reviewing Charlie's home CCTV footage, they noticed he often visited a nearby bar. They spotted a specific box there called a jack box and deduced Charlie must have hidden the CD inside it. Searching the box, they found a CD labeled with the incriminating information. However, the CD was blank. They realized Charlie had lied to them. He had no solid proof after all. Immediately, they called Charlie's trainer and ordered him to eliminate Charlie. Charlie, anticipating betrayal, had been secretly listening to his trainer's phone calls using a special device. He now knew his life was in danger. Using his new passport, he fled the country, arriving in Paris where the 4 targets lived. His first target was Gretchen Frank. He began tracking her. While she was out, he broke into her apartment looking for more clues. Later, when Gretchen Frank returned home and was unlocking her door, Charlie was behind her, gun in hand. But he couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger. His trainer had predicted this, knowing Charlie was expert with bombs, but afraid of shooting. Charlie then devised another plan. During his search of Gretchen's apartment, he'd learned she was undergoing hospital treatment for allergies. The next day, when Gretchen entered a sealed chamber for her allergy treatment, Charlie appeared nearby disguised in a doctor's coat. Charlie, disguised as a doctor, slipped a special poisonous powder into Gretchen's oxygen cylinder during her allergy treatment. She passed out but quickly regained consciousness. Panicked, she fled the chamber with Charlie chasing her. Tragically, she ran straight into a moving van and died instantly. Charlie grabbed her phone and left immediately, heading out of France because his next target was located there. Later that night in a bar, Charlie sensed someone following him. It was his trainer. Charlie tried to escape, but the trainer caught him. They sat down at a table. The trainer insisted Charlie stop his quest, telling him he couldn't change the past and needed to accept his wife's death. Suddenly, an explosion rocked the bathroom, a bomb Charlie had planted earlier. Seizing the chaos, Charlie fled. He then messaged his mysterious source, Inculin, pleading for help. Inculin arranged a meeting. For the first time, Charlie met her face to face. She revealed her husband was also murdered while working for Russian intelligence. She took Charlie to her safe house. Together, they tracked the second target, discovering he was staying in a 5-star hotel in Madrid. Meanwhile, back at CIA headquarters, the director grew suspicious of Charlie's boss, the deputy director, but lacked proof. Charlie and Inculin arrived in Madrid. They learned the target swam alone every evening in the hotel's rooftop glass swimming pool. Charlie told Inculin he could build a device to shatter the pool, killing the man responsible for his wife's death. He built the device, placed it near the pool while the target was inside, and confronted him with questions. The target remained silent. Charlie activated the device, shattering the pool. The man fell with the crashing water and died. Inculin urgently warned Charlie his trainer was nearby and closing in. Charlie started to run. Just as the trainer was about to catch Charlie, the CIA director, having learned the trainer was sent by the deputy director, intervened. She sent another agent to stop the trainer. A fierce fight broke out. The other agent, armed, shot and wounded the trainer. Charlie wanted to help, but Inculin stopped him, insisting he escape. Charlie got away. At the CIA office, the director summoned Charlie's boss and questioned him about Charlie. He lied, claiming to know nothing. The director deduced Inculin was helping Charlie and tracked her location. That night, as Charlie and Inculin slept, a CIA team stormed their flat. They woke up and escaped out the back, fleeing by car. CIA agents pursued, firing shots. One bullet struck and killed Inculin. Charlie, devastated by her death, managed to escape alone. Days later, Charlie used Gretchen Frank's phone from his first target to call her associate, the third man he wanted dead. He lured him to a weapons deal meeting in Romania. Charlie knew the CIA was scanning every CCTV camera worldwide for him. He uploaded his video feed into special software, creating multiple look-alike depoys across the globe. Exploiting this distraction, Charlie went straight to Romania. The target arrived to collect weapons. When he opened the crate, he found bombs inside. Charlie warned him, "Move and they explode. You die." Charlie then demanded the location of the mastermind behind his wife's attack. To save himself, the target revealed the man lived and operated from a ship in the Baltic Sea. Charlie left. The target moved, triggering the explosion that killed him. The CIA realized the man they were tracking via CCTV wasn't Charlie and called off that search. Charlie, now in the Baltic Sea, watched the fourth target ship. Sellers' men spotted him. Someone knocked Charlie out from behind. He woke up captured aboard Sellers' ship. Seller was the mastermind who planned the attack and personally shot Charlie's wife. Face to face with Charlie, Seller wasn't surprised when Charlie accused him of colluding with the CIA boss and supervisor. Seller taunted Charlie, calling him a coward who couldn't fire a gun, and handed Charlie a loaded weapon. True to form, Charlie couldn't pull the trigger out of fear. Suddenly, everyone noticed the ship had inexplicably changed course. Efforts to correct it failed. Charlie revealed he had hacked the ship's entire system. It was now heading straight for the Finnish border, where the Navy was waiting. The ship reached the Navy vessels. Seller and his entire crew were arrested. Simultaneously, the CIA director arrested Charlie's boss and the supervisor, having finally obtained proof of their illegal activities. Charlie's revenge was complete. He later visited his trainer, who had survived his injuries. With no hatred left in his heart, Charlie also finished building the model plane he had intended to give his wife. At the story's end, he flew that very plane to her grave. He changed the flowers, finally at peace, having brought her killers to justice.